Good evening. This is CTV News for Friday, October 11th. I'm Danielle Irby.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, a teacher faces sex abuse charges for his alleged conduct with a 17-year-old girl. The suspect is 29-year-old Thomas Barber, who taught business education at Bladensburg High School. Now, according to police, Barber engaged in sexual contact with the teen on 2 occasions. Investigators say the incidents happened on and off of school property.
This was disclosed by the victim. And I'm going to leave it at that. There were additional people who became aware of these circumstances, but I have to thank, first of all, the courage of the victim and all of those who stepped forward to address this situation.
Police don't think there are other victims.
Meantime, the school system has fired the Bladensburg High School teacher. In a statement released this afternoon, the district says any behavior harmful to students will not be tolerated. The instructor was an assistant coach on the girls' volleyball team.
Worried about it, and I have him after this right now. I was not expecting that to happen. He's a good teacher. Everybody likes him. They all trust him too.
I just think students need to be careful who they get around with, because I don't understand how a teacher is going to be dealing, like having a relationship with a student.
Police are searching for a man involved in a fatal hit-and-run crash last night, making it the second fatal incident in Brandywine this week. Last night here at the intersection of Branch Avenue and Moores Road, 24-year-old Teron Lamb was driving when he was hit by someone in a GMC Sierra. That person fled the scene in a separate incident Wednesday morning now. A bicyclist was struck and killed at the intersection of Accokeek and McKendree Roads. The victim is 38-year-old John Gullickson. Troopers say he was hit from the rear, and again, the driver left the scene. Anyone with information on these incidents is asked to contact Maryland State Police at 301-568-8101.
And lawmakers in Annapolis are working once again to reintroduce legislation involving police transparency. Efforts to pass legislation that would have provided greater transparency when complaints are filed failed to pass during the last session. One of those working on the bill is Delegate Eric Barron, who has submitted his measure 3 years in a row. Under current law, files related to officer-involved investigations are considered personnel records and shielded from Public Information Act requests.
Really, when you have certain information that is hidden from the public, it really breaks trust between the community and law enforcement, and that becomes a public safety issue. So the more we can instill credibility and trust between the community and the law enforcement, the better public safety outcomes we have for the community.
Well, Barron says he's encouraged the measure will pass this session. He says the work group on legislation had its first meeting this week.